Hello Leo, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your Tarot March predictions. We're going to take a look at your love life, at what's coming up for you and whoever you have on your mind, for your career and business, and then we'll get you some cards to get some guidance from the universe, from the divine, on how best to utilize the energy of the months, the energy of your sign, and the way the astrological bodies are going to be moving around, which is quite exciting actually. So I'm going to start as usual with an oracle deck, the wisdom of the oracle today, and get the general vibe for what we have. And then at the end, I'm going to pull some cards from the Hermit Tarot deck with some messages from the person to you. Okay, welcome to my channel. Welcome all of you guys. I hope you're doing well. We have the weekend upon us. Finally, it was such a long week. I mean, yeah, the war in Ukraine is still carries on, and I'm still supporting the good causes and charities as much as I can. So if you're interested to be a part of it, or to speak up or to donate, whatever you feel like contributing, there will be some information in the pinned comment below, so you're welcome to take a look at that. And of course, remember that this is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. If this is your story, then don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or comment below the video. If you feel like this doesn't resonate for you, then please feel free to check out videos with readings for other signs, because it may be you may find something more resonating in the reading for one of the other placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you don't know what they are, just find the link in the description box to the website where you can find out. Alright, so your oracle card for this month is to the sea, number 7, which means that it's going to be a very spiritual time for you. It should be, even if you don't choose it to be. If it's scary, if it's unknown, it feels weird, you may not want to do it, then the universe is going to be pushing you towards this. At least for you to be in that environment where you can sort of breathe out and you can let the energies in, you can connect to your higher self, to your angels, to your guides, to get the deeper wisdom of what's going on in your life, or why you're drawn to certain people, situations, or places. It can be some profound knowledge that can actually benefit the way you build your life and the way you see your destiny, your happiness, I'm hearing, right? Because the more you are aware of your conscious and subconscious patterns, whether they're positive or negative, the more you can work with that, right? What makes you happy, authentically? What do you cling to out of some fear or pain? That kind of idea. So you will be able to get much more profound view on that this month. Okay, let's get to tarot. So I'm also, it's an interesting card. It's also interesting. I'm being drawn to the winds because it's a fairy with wings. But notice that she's traveling by boat. I mean, I know it's a paper boat, but it's a fairy vision anyway. She's traveling by boat, although she can fly. And that's what you'll see this month in some shape or form. That there is so much more potential in you, and you're limiting yourself to what you already know, to what you already tried, to what worked before. Okay, and also you can see the face in the distance here. That's your ancestors and guides wanting to speak to you, to open some additional knowledge to you, so that it's you can enjoy your life on a different level, right? You can have more of that joy and you can have it easier. Okay, what do we have for Leo in their love life? Let's find out. 4 of Swords, the World, 6 of Swords. Okay, at least the dynamic is good. I like it. The World is about ending old patterns. So some of the stuff I was just talking about, for a lot of you, is going to be about your love life and about relationship with another person. You could be dealing with a Capricorn with the World card here. For your career, we have Queen of Swords, High Priestess, and Queen of Cups. Wow, some of you will be changing career, so looking at, you know, some options that you didn't consider before. And also you could be dealing with Cancer here. Advice: Hanged Man, Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles. Okay, the Hanged Man is the energy of Pisces. Eight of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you'll be busy. And you see, you're kind of like, look at it. So yeah, it's like it's a doghouse pretty much, but also like other treasures here. So there are pets and there are treasures here. And you see that it actually used to have some sort of defense, right? At least from the wind, maybe from the eyes of like potential enemies, I don't know. But it still wasn't saving them from the elements. Like in this card, it's raining and they didn't have a roof before, and now you're gonna put the roof. And you can count this as your values and something that you believed in. It had a very strong ground in here, but it was still exposed to being shot at from, you know, externally from other people and by circumstances of life where you could be doubting yourself. And now you're going to be working on the truth that will give you protection in a good way, you know, where you will be more confident about where you are, what you're doing, and where you're going really with your life and with your priorities. Okay, so for love life, we have movement from Four of Swords to Six of Swords. Four of Swords is a little dramatic in this deck, but I actually like this card. Just kind of like a tired warrior that needs to heal his wounds and take some rest after the big battle. But, and I mean, because it's this deck, right? That's what I need to pay attention to. Even in the classic tarot, it would be more of a kind of a person sleeping, laying down, resting. It's more solemn, more like about that positive aspect. This aspect is like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't go on like that anymore, I need some rest, I need some healing. So that's where that's sort of the prerequisite, that's the background to the story, to the months of March, where you are. And even if you're trying to stay strong in this relationship, and I'm getting this is about you, Leo, that you're trying to put a good spin on it, to show that you're strong, that you believe in this. Deep down, you know that you're tired. And for a few of you, you're actually tired of, you know, other circumstances, other people, their nonsense. But for the majority of you, I'm getting this is directly connected with how the relationship has been. And it's not about blaming either one of you. It's just that there were some misalignments in the way you communicated and how you wanted to live your life, you know, and how you were expressing feelings for each other. So you got to this point where you can't go on like that anymore. That's the essence of this card, pretty much. You need to take rest, you need to heal, because you become too exhausted. Like, there's no point, yeah? You're here. And this is the time where while you're resting, and this resting is gonna carry on, you know, through a good part of March. That's why you're realizing that you need to make some changes, right? That's why we can actually breathe out and we can clear out our thoughts, we can connect to our guides, and we can see the beyond, right? And we can actually see the bigger picture with the World card here. We can see the way to freedom from this energy. And this is the way to get to it, right? And you see, you're actually both looking in the same direction, and I see the woman is praying, the man is like guiding their boat towards a safe harbor. So to me, this is a very positive card. It's at least in this deck. I always see it as, especially since we're talking about love life, the couple moving in one direction, right? So the tricky part is, of course, to talk about that and to figure out what it is. But at least you will see a good progress in, it's not going to be easy to talk about it, but you're definitely going to make some progress towards that inner peace and more grounded foundation, which may sound boring, but it's actually the necessary part of building any kind of healthy relationship. Praying wouldn't hurt, why not? Okay, for the career space, don't want to make this too long. So I'm getting that you will have some profound knowledge, maybe with the help of somebody else. I'm getting this could be for a lot of you somebody else who will step in and either directly or indirectly show you that you have so much potential that you're not using in your career. And I'm getting a very strong connection with this kind of cards. I'm getting a strong sense that it's going to be connected with you know, with your spiritual gifts, right? Or with your intuition, at least, that it could be connected with helping other people, guiding them, right? Like it could be coaching, counseling, you know, working as a therapist, but of course this needs some more training, right? It could be, I don't know, even being, I don't know, even a tour guide, for example, right? But maybe that's already your career. Let's take it as an example. But, and you would say like, what's spiritual about that? How can you turn that around? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna quit tomorrow and you're gonna go be, I don't know, a nun in a monastery or something, right? It means that this somebody will show you is a very powerful person, highly vibrational energy, lots of energy. They will show you that there's a lot bigger impact that you make as a tour guide when you connect with people, when you show them, you know, something new from culture, from history of some people, that you're sharing the story of those people, where you're going, right? And how you're helping them expand their consciousness, their awareness, and learn about, you know, possibly what other people's believed or what people believed in the past, and you know what was important to them, what they were vulnerable to, things like that. And that also in more casual communication, you're also connecting to people, and if you have that high vibe energy, you can actually help them get into a more stable emotional state, and how do I say this, show them how lovable they are, let's put it that way, just by being there, just with your presence. How awesome is that? At least they'll show you that that's the potential you have if you put a bit more focus into it, right? If you educate yourself a little bit more. You see the High Priestess in this deck is holding a book and showing something in the book, right? There is some knowledge behind it that probably needs to be uncovered some more, but you have natural gifts towards that, and this person is going to show you. For the guidance, yeah, so I mean, for me, this is just confirming my earlier message. The outcome that you're getting in the month of March is, you know, the potential outcome, of course, is this success in your career, is having a kind of a more comfortable lifestyle, and probably like better in your home, you know, your living conditions whatsoever. So you're upping the game for yourself in 3D world, in how enjoyable it is for you. But in order to do that, A, you need to take a new perspective, and B, you need to be open to these downloads, right? To getting some guidance, at least to following your intuition. If you don't have that established, right, at least being intuitively guided and not overthinking it. Beautiful, I love this. Let's get some messages from your person. We didn't see a lot of, you know, their perspective here, apart from the fact that I truly believe that, oh wow, you're my everything. I truly believe that if you had that kind of energy of being tired and exhausted, that two people usually involved in that. So I'm sure that there was something that they wanted to work on that they weren't happy about either. I want you, they are waiting for you. Yes, exactly. That's a hint about you. So your person probably sees how much you impact people around you just by showing up in the room, how you light it up. They see that, you know, they know they would support you in this new direction. I want you and you're my everything. It's pretty straightforward, I would say. if any of you needed any confirmation that that's how they feel. Another point that I'm making, just as a reminder, some of misunderstandings with people in love could be differences in the love languages, how they prefer the love to be expressed to them and how they express it themselves. It differs for different people, right? So if you don't coincide, which is usually the case with your partner, then what you're expecting from them could be different from what they are willing to give you, because to them that's the best way to show you, right? And there are 5 main languages, and there's a video that I posted a little while ago with explanation on those and how you can utilize this knowledge, right? So look it up on my channel. It's also part of the, it's difficult to find through a list of videos. There's a separate playlist to mindfulness and wellness, and it's part of that playlist. I only started it, so it will be easy to find, I promise. So yeah, look at that as well. So sometimes it could be as simple as that, and everybody's like overthinking and, you know, trying to be like, well, they probably don't like me. Yeah, they do not feel the same way as I feel for them, just because the other person is using a different language, right? And not all of us, actually very few of us are very good at expressing our feelings in words. We are not taught that way. So unless we had superhuman parents who were very, you know, masterful in that and were very open with us, and we were expressing those feelings to each other so that we are naturally taught. Unless that happened, there is a very good chance that one of you or both of you are not very good with expressing your feelings with words. So that leaves this, although expressing it with words is one of the languages, but you know, you could have a different language easily. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very soon. Bye.